So you've heard it all before when it comes to tackling inflammation, right? Avoid seed oils, ultra-processed foods, electromagnetic fields, heal infections. True, they matter. But here's the thing, they're all downstream. And here's what almost no expert is talking about, the cells themselves. When your cells are strong and resilient, all those stressors, they barely make a dent. But when your cells are weak and struggling, those same triggers can absolutely wreck you. You see, the real driver of inflammation, the one that almost no one is talking about, is low cell vitality. It's the upstream cause that few understand. Fix this first and everything else gets easier. Now, over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you first why inflammation isn't your enemy. In fact, it's actually your savior trying to help you. Second, how cell vitality decides whether you inflame or coast right through. And third, 3 practical ways to fix it starting today. Because here's the thing, you can eat clean, avoid toxins, do everything right, but if your cells are struggling, you're going to be inflamed, exhausted, and stuck. But when you fix this, everything shifts. I'm Matt Farr, and I've spent over 2 decades helping successful entrepreneurs and busy professionals fix their fatigue, even when they've tried every supplement, protocol, and sleep tracker under the sun. And I'm the author of books and courses that have sold over 12,000 copies. So let's dive in. Let's start with what inflammation really is. So first things first, inflammation isn't the bad guy. It's actually your body's repair response. A cell gets damaged, a cut, exposure to a toxin, a parasite, or whatever, and inflammation shows up to clean it up and repair the damage. That's normal, that's healthy. That's your body saying, tissue's damaged, send help. The less damage you take, the less signal you need. So when it comes, the real question isn't how do I avoid every single source of inflammation? Because that's pretty much impossible in modern life. The better question is how do I make my cells harder to damage in the first place? And that's where cell vitality is, well, vital. Think of every cell in your body like a tiny battery. Actually, scratch that. It's more like 2 batteries working together. The outer battery is your cell membrane. Healthy cells have a strong negative charge on the inside in contrast to what's outside the cell. This creates what's called your membrane potential, which for a healthy cell is -70 to -90 millivolts. That charge controls what gets in, what stays out, and keeps everything stable. But when cells lose that charge, the cell depolarizes, becomes fragile, it starts leaking, becomes unstable, it degenerates, and it begins to send out distress signals. The inner battery is your mitochondria. That's where your biochemical energy in the form of ATP gets made via the inner membranes of the mitochondria. When that cell charge is high, you feel great. Energy flows, your mind is sharp, everything's humming along. But when it drops, 2 problems hit at once. 1, you're tired all the time because you're literally making less energy. And 2, your mitochondria start releasing these alarm signals. Things like reactive oxygen species, or even fragments of mitochondrial DNA. Your immune system sees those signals and thinks, oh no, we are under attack. So it fires up inflammation. So the key takeaway here is low cell vitality equals high immune noise in the form of inflammation, whilst high vitality equals natural resilience. So how this actually triggers inflammation. But here's where it gets really interesting. When your cell charge drops, potassium leaks out. That leak flips the alarm and activates a cascade of inflammatory related responses. Inflammasome gets released, basically your cell's alarm system, and a cascade of inflammatory messengers known as interleukins are released. It's like your house alarm won't stop blaring even though there's no burglar. But here's the critical point. When your cells have low vitality, it makes the system trigger happy. It overreacts to everything. But when vitality is high, the system stays calm, grounded, and stable. Now, most people are focused on eliminating triggers that damage tissue. Cut out seed oils, avoid EMFs, kill the bacteria, clean up your diet, or worse, combat the inflammation using anti-inflammatories. And sure, those things can help to an extent, but they're kind of missing the forest for the trees. When your cells are resilient, those same triggers don't cause nearly as much damage. When you raise vitality, you become damage resistant. Low cell vitality is at the root of inflammation. Fix that foundation and inflammation naturally comes down on its own. So before I get into how to boost your vitality, would you like to learn more about how to reduce inflammation, slow down aging, and optimize your energy? Then check out my free anti-inflammatory reset protocol. To grab a free copy, comment FIRE below. Okay, so that's the theory behind inflammation. Let's now make this much more practical. Here are 3 straightforward ways to boost your cell vitality. Number 1, resistance training. When you do resistance training, you're literally improving the conditioning and number of mitochondria in your cells, which in turn improves your cell's overall charge. You don't need anything fancy. 2 to 3 full body sessions a week is plenty. Check out some of my exercise related videos to learn more about how to best implement a resistance training program. Number 2, mineral and antioxidant-rich food. Think of this as protecting and charging your cell membranes. Minerals help hold that electrical charge, specifically minerals known as electrolytes. It is their movement across cell membranes that ensure the charge and polarity of the cell. A deficiency of minerals compromises this, whilst antioxidants protect the cell membrane and the membranes of your mitochondria from damage. So here's how to do that simply. Focus on nutrient-dense, high-quality, whole foods, and you can't go wrong. Animal products could be a great source of minerals when they're not from commercially farmed animals. Plants are a great source of both antioxidants and minerals, so pack your diet with them. Colour every plate with as much variety and diversity of colour as possible. Berries, herbs, greens, veggies, spices, nuts, beans, all those types of plants, get them in. Number 3, sleep hygiene. Sleep is when your cells are literally recharged. It restores the balance between the oxidative stress and antioxidants in your cells. It repairs and replaces damaged cells and mitochondria, and inflammation naturally reduces as a result. In addition, when done right, it optimizes melatonin release, an essential antioxidant and anti-inflammatory of your body. I have numerous videos on my channel covering sleep optimization, so check those out if you'd like to learn more about how you can improve your sleep hygiene. So let's bring it all together. Inflammation is a response, not a root cause. It's your body trying to repair damaged tissue. But the weaker, less vital your cells are, the louder the alarm gets. So instead of just avoiding triggers, build stronger cells, support that electrical charge, protect your membranes, upgrade your mitochondria. When you do that, everyday stressors bounce off. The result, less inflammation, more energy, faster recovery, and you'll even age slower. So here's what you can do today. Resistance training, do some goblet squats, rows tomorrow, just start. Maximize mineral and antioxidant intake. Fill your plate with lots of color and flowers. Optimize sleep hygiene. Simple and effective. Now remember, if you want my free, complete anti-inflammatory reset protocol, comment FIRE below. I've got many more videos on topics such as energy, fatigue, anti-aging, inflammation, and sleep coming your way. So hit subscribe so you don't miss them. And see you in the next video.